Hey guys, you can now sponsor an episode of The Actual Play. Just head on over to complexaction.net and click the support link at the top of the page. Check out the details, and thanks for supporting the show. You're listening to the Complex Action Actual Play podcast. After just getting away from BlueData with the MacGuffin in hand, the team meets up with Z-Trip to get paid and get a little bit of cryptic info on Hailey, as if her disappearance wasn't mystery enough already. Now please enjoy episode 18, She's Just Not That Into You. All right, well, you guys have all just left BlueData. You are in possession of the data from BlueData. You've gotten the file that was tagged the way that you expected it to be tagged. Throwback, your Decker for hire here. Got it for you, pretty much no problems. And on your way out, you did have to fight your way out a little bit because of a slip and a door slam from a pillar, but it was no problem after getting your way out and setting a guard on fire. You managed to jump into Payday's van and get the heck out.
I don't got no van.
Oh no, it wasn't Payday's van. That's right. It was actually, you have a van now because it was Throwback's van. He has a van.
Ah, he's helpful, unlike Payday.
So you had just gotten into the van by the time we left last time, and you'd pulled out, and as far as you can tell, you've escaped and are on the road. So, what next?
Did we have a predetermined meet spot to hand this over?
You did not. I think he would have told you just to give him a call because there was not a real, there was no deadline per se and all that, so.
Alright, I'll call Z-Trip.
Alright, Z-Trip picks up a comm and you hear some noise in the background, kind of like party music. And he says, hello, who's this? Oh, it's Pillar, right?
Yeah, man. I'm glad you checked your caller ID. Hey, we got what you wanted. Where do you want it?
Oh, you got the, you got this. Okay, do you know where, you wouldn't know. Why don't you meet me at my place of business? And he sends you a location, and he says, meet me there, and we'll go over the details.
Alright, man. Yeah, now?
Yeah, now is fine.
Alright, we'll see you there. Pass that location to Throwback, who I assume is driving?
Kind of. When you guys got into the Sidewinder, you probably wouldn't see Throwback as much. There is sort of a rigger cocoon, making it so that the driver's seat is sort of occupied. But you can pass it digitally.
Yeah.
And Payday will be following in his car.
All right, so you guys are going to head through town. The location is actually in the Olympia district of Columbia. You guys have been there before. That's where Morningstar lives, so that's where you went for the party.
All right.
It's several blocks away, but it's there. Let's see. Throwback. Check out. Give me a gang knowledge skill roll.
Sounds good. 4 successes.
4 hits. Pretty good. Well, with 4 hits, you are familiar with the location that you're being told to go to. So you don't know Z-Trip, or you probably may have heard the name before, but you didn't exactly put 2 and 2 together until you get the location. This is the location of where a sort of like gang, quote unquote. They're not really a gang, but they're a technomancer tribe that kind of calls themselves like a gang, so to speak, or tries to operate like one at least, sort of. But they're called Neon Discord, and Z-Trip is the leader of that. Just your character is familiar with that. You've heard, you know the location.
Okay. When Pillar gives me the address, then I might sort of perk up a digital eyebrow. Say, this gig was for Neo Discord?
No clue. It was for a friend of a friend.
Yeah, all right. It's all the same, right?
All that
Think so.
matters is we get paid.
Seriously, are we getting paid?
I don't know if you are. What did you work out?
I didn't know I was supposed to work something out. That's all right. It was pretty fun.
I was under the impression he was getting Hailey's cut.
Who's Hailey?
Yeah, sounds right. We'll go with
Don't
that.
worry about it.
All right. Well, you guys head out to the location that Z-Trip gave you. When you get there, it's kind of like an old warehouse area, and there are, some bikes pulled up, some small cars, and there's lights, dim lights around, and there's music coming from the inside.
I'll just jump out of the car and start walking toward the door. I will send a quick DNI just to Z-Trip, let him know we're there.
All right, Z-Trip. While you guys are walking up, there are two people that are standing out front. They're armed, and they're looking at you as you're walking up. But once you send the message to Z-Trip, it's like you see, them kind of perk up, like they just got a comm message, and then they kind of like ease up a little bit, and when you walk up, they let you in without a question. One of them, as you walk by, says, Z-Trip's expecting you in the back room. I'll walk you there.
All right, man.
And so when you go inside, there's a lot of like house music playing, and like lots of loud stuff going on, and black lights, and your typical like stereotypical kind of ravey kind of party going on. But it's it's loud and whatnot, but it's not like people are just casually hanging out. It looks like a mixture of an area where people chill and hang out, but also there's side rooms and all this kind of stuff. It's just like a hangout / like headquarters for this technomancer tribe / gang, whatever they want to call themselves, Neon Discord. So you get escorted back to the back room.
Payday looks like he just wants to get this over with. He hates these guys.
Well, when you get back there and you go in, he says, "Hey guys, that's great that you got the stuff. Come on in. Close the door behind you, please."
Yeah, of course.
And when you close the door, there's some couches in there that you can sit down at, and he flips a switch, and the noise from outside kind of is gone, so it's now nice and quiet. He says, "That's better. That's better." And he looks a little confused, and he says, "I don't see Hailey. Who's this guy?" Pointing to Throwback.
I'm going to eye him suspiciously to see if his surprise at not seeing Hailey is feigned or not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Judge Intentions.
Let's see, that would be 3 hits.
All right, yeah, as far as you can tell, he looks genuinely surprised. Like he was excited to see you guys, and then suddenly, it's almost like suddenly it hit him as he scanned the faces, Where's Hailey?
She's gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Figure maybe it has something to do with Rudolph. He didn't want her doing this job.
Yeah, she just suddenly vanished without saying goodbye. Somebody cleared out all of her stuff from her place, and only Rudolph seemed to know where she went, and he's not telling anybody.
His eyes kind of get get wide. In that way where your eyes get wide, but not like your eyebrows don't go up. It's like he's furrowing his eyebrow at the same time as getting wide, and thinking, but also surprised and trying to make sense of everything. And he looks confused, and he sits down, but when you mention Rudolph, because he's listening to all this, when you mention Rudolph, he kind of like gets a look on his face like, "Oh, Drek," and starts rubbing his temple. And he's like, Man, so I don't know. And he's kind of at a loss.
Payday likes that, and I'm just gonna start running an upper as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
step
right.
up and say, "Hey, man, if you know something,
Hey,
we'd really appreciate if you'd share."
I just figured that Rudolph didn't want her running with scumbags. Good thing that I don't have that kind of reservation.
He looks a little. When you say that,
Yeah. I was actually directing the question towards Z-Trip.
I know, I just had to say it.
Yep, fair enough. So, Elmer kind of gives you a weird look, like, "Who are you talking to?"
But
Oh,
when Payday says that, he looks a little annoyed and starts to kind of almost get like a flash of anger that he resists, and he says, "I was being honest." It's like he's searching for a way of how he wants to say what he's about to say, and he says, "Before I get into that, did you get the data? Do you have it?"
Think I'd be sitting here if we didn't.
He says, "Can I have that, please?"
Throwback's gonna look towards Pillar, and sort of with his eyes, saying, is that all right? Sort of asking if Throwback should give him the data. Travel down the line until somebody shakes his head yes or no.
Sorry, man. Yeah, give it to him.
All right. Throwback will kind of perk up and ask for Z-Trip to do a file transfer. Give him the data.
Yep, he opens it up and transfers. He also then hands you guys a pile of cred sticks with the agreed upon amount, 7,500 new yen for each of you. That would include Hailey's cut, so there is one there for Throwback if the team so chooses.
Hey, he did the job, he gets paid.
yeah. As far as I'm concerned, he earned it.
And he says,
If we knew where Hailey was to give it to her, she didn't exactly do the job.
yeah. And hearing that, he's very definitely, this news about Hailey he's very different than any other time you've interacted with him. He's always kind of like easygoing, lighthearted, kind of a jokey kind of guy, and now he's very serious. And he says, "Well, the other part of the deal was I had some information to give to Hailey to help her out, and you guys seem concerned about her just as much, so I think I'll just go ahead and give this information to you guys."
All right, what do you got?
He pulls up he has like a file that he throws over to you guys, and he says, "You can this is an audio file. You can listen to this now or whenever you feel like, but it's not going to be good."
Oh, yeah, I'd rather not wait. I don't know how the rest of you feel, but the sooner we can find out more about what happened with Hailey, the better. I didn't know she's in some kind of danger.
I don't know that this is going to answer those questions for you.
It might be a lead, though.
Sure. So you listen to the file?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you start playing it, it's a conversation between Z-Trip and Rudolph. And if you pay attention, if you see the like timestamp on the file when it was created, it happened. The conversation took place a couple of days ago. It would have been before she disappeared, but it happened just a couple of days ago. And it starts with you hear Rudolph's voice. He says, "I don't want you hiring her anymore. You might think it's a good idea to foolishly flaunt your unique talents or whatever, but the rest of the world thinks you're a bunch of freak terrorists. And with that trek that happened in Boston, public opinion is getting a bit more hostile. I don't want her around that and in that kind of danger." Then Z-Trip says, "Me and my people can handle ourselves. You don't have to worry about us. You should be encouraging me, by the way, Ome. That's why I've been trying to get her to join up with us. We look after each other here." And Rudolph says, "We've discussed this before, Z-Trip. She can't know about her talents or her past." Z-Trip says, "It's wrong, Rudolph. She needs to know what she's capable of." And then Rudolph says, Rudolph says, "That's why you sent her there, isn't it? You're hoping she stumbles onto something." And Z-Trip says, "You've got the wrong idea, man." And then Rudolph says, "No, you know damn well what is going to happen if she goes in there. You sent her there on purpose." Z-Trip says, yeah, of course I sent her there on purpose. I needed them to get something. I sent the whole fragging group of them there on purpose. Rudolph says, Bulldrek, I'm supposed to believe that you sent her there by coincidence. What the frag could you possibly want from BlueData? And then Z-Trip says, that's none of your fragging business, Ome. It's my money, my prerogative. I'll pay my runner team to do anything I damn well please. And that's the end of it.
So Leroy's kind of given this whole situation the stink eye. Like, all right, if I was going to put a finger on somebody for having a finger in her disappearance, it was going to be this guy, 'cause he was all about, yeah, no, we'll totally recruit her. And then it's like, all right, you don't know where she is. Okay. Just kind of working the wheels in his head. It's probably very visible on his face.
Seems like Rudolph knows a lot more than he's letting on, but it also doesn't seem like he means her any harm.
I say we stay the hell out of Rudolph's business. That's not good business to get involved with.
Z-Trip says, personally, I don't know. I'm just as surprised about her disappearing. I don't know if Rudolph would be involved or not. I'm confused. Rudolph's not a bad guy, but there's something between Rudolph and her. I never have understood it.
Wait, you mean
the way that he protects her.
Yeah, it does seem weird. I mean, he looks out for everybody, but not like that. Didn't try to talk him out of getting involved in business.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably have said too much. We probably shouldn't talk about it too much more. I've given you that is already me going too far. I have a working relationship with Rudolph, and I don't really want to destroy it. So you didn't hear or get that from me.
Fair enough. And, Z-Trip, you techno shamans are all right in my book.
Well, we're all about, we're not the way the Trids paint us, we're all about information. At least here, anyway. Information and freedom.
Yeah, I think we were all too young to remember when magic came back to the world. People reacted about the same way.
Yeah.
We'll find her, man.
I don't know. I feel a little bit better. It seems like Rudolph had something to do with it, but I don't think he's trying to hurt her.
Yeah, I gotta step up for a minute. You guys keep talking.
Trying to hurt her or not. Sometimes you need people in life to be protective, and I don't think he's doing it by lying. I don't see a lot of good coming out of Rudolph from this.
Yeah, but he's the guy that runs things around here. Don't screw around with this business. This girl ain't nothing to any of us. Realistically, forget it. She's gone.
I really don't agree with Patty's reasonings, but I think his suggested course of action might be for the best.
No. Well, seriously, there's 7 of you. How did we get stuck with Grumpy?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Don't worry about it, man.
That was pretty witty, though.
Yeah, thanks.
Besides, there's no money in this.
Will you ever think anything else?
Then money?
Yeah.
Can't spend your money if somebody geeks you or kidnaps you. You gotta watch each other's backs.
That's idealistic, but
It's not really idealistic, it's practical. You've never been in a dangerous place if you don't think that's true.
yeah, well, you're my team until you're not my team.
I love you too, man.
That's my way of saying I like you just fine. But
What do you think, Leroy?
yeah, Leroy, weigh in.
Weighing on what? She
The
had
situation.
She had somewhere she wanted to be. For whatever reason, a lot of people are up in her business about it. He is totally trying to play off like he's not concerned, but he's totally concerned. We got paid here. Let's just go.
Right. Got some new ends, so that's good, right?
Start. Get you that car eventually.
I think I know just the place we can find you one.
Oh, come on, guys. I don't want a stolen car.
I'm not gonna steal your car.
I know somebody who might be able to help out with the car if you really want one that's not ridiculous like Pillar's car.
I love my car. That's gonna be my retirement plan, man.
I
What,
don't need to steal Danny's thunder.
Coco taxi. Booming business.
I want my own distinctive style with the car, so I don't think I've got the cred yet to do what I want to do, though. But
Don't buy a
sometime
motorcycle,
down the road-
man. You don't have the balance to ride one. You know this.
What? I could ride a motorcycle if I want. What, you don't think I can?
You
Remember
want a
that
motorcycle?
time we got you a bike and you couldn't ride it without the training wheels?
Plus, I was thinking more like a Eurocar Westwind or something.
Alright.
Eurocar Westwind.
I don't know, something fast. I could put like a robot AI thing into and drive around and go where I tell it to and come pick me up.
Robot AIs are highly overrated. Hector,
Your girlfriend's mad. She's right
Oh my
there,
God.
man.
That was pretty insensitive, I see.
she's a program.
She's smarter than Leroy, man.
What? Nobody's smarter than Leroy.
Brooding stink eye at you after saying that.
You're always brooding. Go sit down.
I will stand and brood. Thank you very much.
Except for me, maybe. I might be smarter than Leroy.
That's definitely true.
So, what was the new guy's street name?
It's Throwback, man.
What's that?
Throwback.
So, Throwback. You did all right back there.
Yeah, Throwback's just been quietly sort of, seated in the corner, kind of perk up.
I mean, that was some pretty serious mojo making all that stuff the way it did. Like, if it wasn't for my sister here, we would have been in and out and nobody would have been the wiser until the next morning.
Eon looks to Throwback. It was impressive.
We need to get you this, thing with, legs, maybe?
Did all that?
That can run super fast? Or, I don't know, some other thing besides this antiquated piece of junk. I mean, heck, we do a few more jobs, we can probably get you cyberized, right? I mean, legs. Cyber legs.
Throwback just looks visually disturbed.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
I mean, that's why you're in the biz, right?
No.
You think he's in the biz to get himself legs?
Wouldn't you if you were...
I can't.
Whatever you... I mean,
Listen.
they could fix that kind of stuff now, right? I don't
What do
understand.
you mean fix?
I don't understand.
I need a beer.
Yeah, me too. Let's go, man.
I second that.
All right, so you guys heading out?
I'll have my spirit of man manifest and push Throwback's wheelchair for him.
Just kind of batting in its hands as it does, but I can't really overpower a spirit of man.
It's also significantly less tangible.
I'm just gonna grab Elric by the arm and take him aside.
I'm being kidnapped.
Tell your spirit to stop it.
Relax, it's okay. We all screw up sometimes.
No.
I say to her as she's
Stop.
pulling me aside. I
Stop.
didn't mean any insult by it.
Stop. Okay. We all have our weaknesses, and don't make them more of a thing until they're a problem. Have you considered that his chair, at least, will not get tired if we need to run really far? How about you? How long can you run, kid?
Probably at least a half a mile.
Yeah, a half mile. Right. You just need to stop. He's strong, he's capable. Whenever we have challenges, we'll deal with them when we need to. But I get the feeling on one of these jobs, you're going to be the one I'm going to have to carry out at some point, not him.
Hey, listen, I don't ask you to jump in front of bullets for me.
You don't have to ask me to do things, man.
That kind of direct is going to get you killed. I would have been fine. I had spells up and everything.
Alright.
Seriously, I had practically had a heart attack until I saw
I'll let
something.
you take the bullet next time, kid. Don't worry. But for now, stop bringing up this Drek about him and anything else you have to concern about. Just stop. Because you're just kind of being an asshole.
But, oh, you're right. Oh, Drek. He sort of looks in horror as he sort of plays back the things he said over the last couple days.
Alright, just let it go.
Kind of
Let's
turns kind of red a little bit. I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, most people don't. But you know how these things go. Remember that one time that guy made a really rude comment to me where we were trying to go to the mall? It's not usually
Which time was
intentional.
that?
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
As an orc in the racist South, I'm pretty sure that's all the time.
Right, yeah, pretty much any time.
Oh, you're
I'm
talking
out.
about the guy that I punched in the nuts and then he turned me into a pretzel.
Yeah, something like that. Let's go get a beer. Everyone get a beer. Don't bring up the wheelchair thing again. Alright, kid?
Right.
All right, well, each of you, like I said, has 7,500 extra Nuyen and 6 karma. I think I told you already.
I think we're going out for some beer and barbecue.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds good to payday.
I don't think we can go back to that one barbecue place, though.
I don't
I
think
think
we
there's
could
another one
ever-
about a block down the
Wait,
street.
why can't we go back to the other one?
It's
Payday found a thing in his food. Made a bit of a stink about it.
I thought you said he killed some dude in the parking lot.
No, definitely no murder. He got up and walked away.
that is right. I'm sure eventually.
I buy the hits on a contract. I'm sorry.
Look, I found racists in my food. All right.
That makes more sense.
Let's not eat at that place then. I'm all for real meat and everything, but
Let's go to the Wig. I like that place.
Let's do that.
All right. Well, the wig is open. It's after your job, and you turn in and go head straight to the wig. It's about 11:30, 12 at night. And plenty of on a what day of the week is it? It doesn't matter. It's Sunday, I think. It's open.
Of course it's open. It's a Shadowrunner bar.
Yeah.
Get ourselves all situated in there. Get ourselves a beer.
Is there any vehicles outside that we might recognize from, certain folks?
No.
Good.
Well, you guys have some drinks and some good times, and Payday, you're on uppers right now, right?
Yeah, still am. And
Well,
when I order some food, I'm of course running food BTL to make it taste a lot better.
All right.
At some point, somebody probably explains to Elric what trodes are.
I think I gave you a pair after I realized I have a data check and don't need them.
Oh yeah, but I didn't want those because they looked weird for me.
I think he put him in his pocket.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go trode shopping at some point. I'll ask Payday to help me pick out the gear.
We'll get you set up. Now, interesting idea. You're a Shadowrunner now, Elric. You've lit a bunch of people on fire. You did a Shadowrun. We need to find you a name.
What? My name's Elric.
Like a Shadowrunner name.
Oh no, you're gonna make up something really cheesy, aren't you?
If the shoe fits.
Just whatever it is, it shouldn't have anything involving a word that means or is a synonym of flame or fire, please.
But that's exactly where I was going.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you saw it today, but he did get bit, I think, right on the leg by that dog on the way out.
Hey, it had my arm.
You got bit by a dog?
Yeah, it grabbed my arm until I set it on fire.
Firehound.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk about that. We gotta teach you something about animal, respect. I got a dog
Respect.
at home. And
It was trying
hurt
to
see.
eat me. But that said, I mean, I get your point. I need some sort of non-lethal means of self-defense.
Maybe we can get you a whistle.
Pretty much all the spells they taught me at my my last job were fairly combat-oriented. And anyway, I have a knack with fire. I don't know. It just there's a connection.
Yeah, I'm going to think on it.
But please, nothing stupid like, I better come up with something before somebody else does. Is Pillar still around?
Oh, what's up, kid?
You gotta save me. They're gonna give me a really horrible street name.
That's kind of life. Enjoy it. I think I got Pillar.
Save him by telling us something embarrassing about him.
Oh, I call him Stretch.
There's just the single raised eyebrow.
Oh, he could never reach anything on high shelves. He's always trying to, but he would never ask for help, so he's always just grabbing, I don't know.
That's amazing, and I get it as a dwarf.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Elric's just sort of standing there fuming.
All right, Stretch. I like it.
Stretch is terrible. It has nothing to
He
do with
doesn't like
fire.
it. If you figured out, he hates it.
I thought you said that you didn't want fire or flame.
Well, that was before you were giving me a street name regarding my height. Maybe tall dwarf or something, huh?
You get used to it. You get used to it.
No, I don't get used to it.
Stretch Blaze Strong?
I like Stretch.
I sort of look over at Throwback and kind of hold my hand up, and it just sort of starts to smolder a bit.
Look, no one needs to know it's because you're short. That's the fun of it.
Everyone's gonna know because you're short, man.
I think I'm just going to go by Elric. Street name thing is a terrible idea for me.
Man, Stretch, whatever you want, we respect your choice.
At some point when Payday is up at the bar, he gets approached by a very attractive elf woman who starts making conversation with him. Hey, don't see you around here too often.
Well, I'm new back in town and happy to be here, I guess. Drink?
Yeah, if you're buying.
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink. What's your name?
Carrie. She sounds way sexier than I do.
All right, Carrie. I'm Hector.
Nice to meet you. But she's gonna flirt with you a lot.
Payday is terrible at flirting. So
She seems to be immune to your terrible flirting.
So he's like awkwardly trying to flirt back, and then when he realizes that she is like still there, he'll like try to get the attention of the table again to see if somebody will bail him out.
Everybody at the table, do me a favor and roll a perception test, visual.
All right, but if I succeed at this, I just want to give him a thumbs up.
I was going to say Leroy's going to lean into the table and verbally say, just turn your comms off.
I got 3 hits.
fact, I'll buy them a round and send over there.
Throwback got 4 hits.
2.
Well, I got 0. I'm not paying attention.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, Eon's still at the table, and she'll be like, Hector looks agitated.
It'll be good for him.
Having a great time.
Give me a Payday should give me a perception test as well.
All right.
While he's doing that, I did get 5 hits on the judge's intentions to see if there was just, get that shady feeling here.
If I notice what's going on, I'm going to sense the woman.
0 hits on Payday. He's really good at that perception thing.
All right. Well, Elric.
I used Edge and I get 8 hits in my sensing test.
Okay. Well, Elric, you notice something odd about what's going on, and you notice her kind of like reaching around him and just something's odd about it. And when you sense her, she's definitely not really, it's very obvious to you. She's not awakened or anything. But she's definitely not interested in him in the way you would expect by her body language.
I don't really expect. I'm figuring like there's no way a hot elf chick is legitimately hitting on Payday. She's totally going to do something awful to him, like harvest his cyberware or something.
Yeah.
So I'm very suspicious of her. I'm not going to say this out loud though because it might be taken the wrong way.
As the president elf, I'm offended.
Throwback, you notice something a little bit extra. Something that is odd. Everybody's kind of like pointing at, and kind of at the table is kind of like laughing and having a good time and at Payday's expense or whatever, because this seems to happen to him all the time. But you notice there are 2 other guys in the small bar that have been paying really close attention to Payday. They're on opposite sides of the room, and they've been paying really close attention to him and kind of like, even though they're sitting by themselves on different parts of the room, you see their mouths moving and they're kind of like muttering to themselves. They definitely look like they're watching him.
Watching him or watching the conversation?
Watching Payday and this elf girl.
Okay.
Woman.
I'm going to text Pillar to say, keep an eye on him for now. This girl means trouble. And I'm going to duck off to the bathroom and find a stall where I can whip up a quick alchemical concoction.
So, seeing as my team isn't going to bail me out as far as Payday knows here, he's going to look seriously at this at this lady here. His eyes wide because, uppers. Look, I'm just going to put this out there. I like you, you're pretty, but I can't get involved with anyone right now.
She says, who's talking about getting involved?
Just you're interested in me. I like you. It's not good for me right now.
She stands up and sort of like says, I understand. You don't have to say anymore. It's I understand. And she kind of like pats your shoulder and like says, I get it. So I'll let you go back to your friends.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
Throwback is the only one who would have seen this, especially since Elric has gotten up and gone to the bathroom, but she slipped something in his pocket.
I'll wait until he comes back before reacting to anything.
Payday will come back to the table, sweating profusely.
Once you come back, Throwback will say, you get a phone number.
What are you talking about?
There's a couple of jealous types, very nonchalantly, nod with his head towards the 2 guys. Say, but it didn't seem to stop you, stud.
It's, what can I say? Obviously, is just raw charisma, and it's just not a good time for me right now.
Now, come on, let's see it. Let's see if it's a real number or not.
What are you talking about?
Don't play coy. It's in your pocket.
Payday looks actually surprised and reaches into his pocket.
I come back 5 minutes later.
Give me another perception test.
For Payday, or?
Yes.
1 hit.
All right, you don't find anything in your pocket.
You saw her slip something into my pocket? There's nothing in there.
Throwback kind of cocks his head to the side.
Her hand definitely went into his pocket.
Eon, run a matrix perception test.
Yeah, when she stood up, I thought you guys sealed the deal. She definitely reached into your pocket there, buddy. You missing something?
There's no deal.
I had a good look at her aura astrally. There was no sort of sense of arousal or attraction that you would expect in someone who was being genuine. I think she was up to something.
Eon's gonna go for some matrix perception. Try to see if there's any icons on Payday that don't belong, like an RFID tag.
Where'd
Okay.
you go?
Yeah, Throwback's gonna look up again.
Two
and see if
hits.
he can still spot the two guys.
I'm gonna order a glass of water. Are you wearing is it like a jacket pocket or like a pants pocket?
It's my jacket, that bulky leather jacket that doesn't belong in the summer heat.
Sure. I'm gonna go get a cup of water and a couple of paper towels.
Sure. Eon will come back and tell you that there is definitely a hidden icon on your person now that wasn't there before.
All right, I'm gonna try to have a better look here.
Sure, go ahead. Since you're looking for something in particular, go ahead and give yourself 3 extra dice.
I'll need them. Ah, decent. 4 hits.
Yeah, you find it. It's you would recognize it, especially Payday would. It looks like it's a stealth tag.
Well, I guess it wasn't my charisma today.
I'm a little worried about what it might have been.
At that moment, once you kind of like pull something out of your pocket, the two guys that were watching Throwback, you notice they both at the same time get up and start walking out. And she has already, just a minute before that, had head out.
You interested in getting any answers?
I'd love to get some answers. You said there was 2 other guys?
And they're heading towards the door right now. I'll point them out with an arrow and AR.
Yep, they're marked.
Leroy, you got my back.
Sorry, I was AFK grabbing food. He'll kind of sigh and take the. Oh, yep, we'll go. This is gonna be another place we can't come back to. You know that, right?
No, someone tags a Shadowrunner in a Shadowrunner bar. This is a place that they're not coming back to.
Hey, let's do our business outdoors, though.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna want you to burn the place down, Stretch.
All right.
So I'm getting up
Tag
and
along. Yeah, you get up and kind of look at Payday and say, "Yeah, you don't even have to ask me."
I know I don't need to ask you, Stretch. You got my back, right?
I sort of turn red and look like I'm compressing my lips into one fine line if I can. Somebody's getting flamethrower tonight.
Oh, come on, kid, you love me.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I have to direct all of my anger at innocent, clandestine attackers.
Oh,
Well, you guys are headed out. Are all of you headed out?
yeah, I guess so.
As I walk across the restaurant floor with the rest of the team, I'll be conjuring up a 4/6 fire spirit.
Yeah, since I'm the one that snitched, I'll go ahead and follow up in case something goes wrong.
All right. Well, up the way this bar is, there's a door in, right at and it's underground a little bit, so there's a big staircase and there's like a one of those winding back and forth ramps for the wheelchair, but to get back up to the street level. And as you guys head out, they're halfway up the steps and they see you come out and they start running.
I got 6 hits on my summoning.
And you got 4 net, so 2 drain. 4 drain, I mean, yeah.
Well, Payday will start running after him, and I'm going to launch a fly spy.
All right, you guys want to roll initiative?
Yep, definitely.
So where are we tracking initiative?
I got it on the Roll20 table.
Yeah. Rob just puts yours in there whenever you say it. So
Mine's 13.
I'm going to 12 for now.
Throwback probably first before me.
3 edge on my part.
Yeah, 2.
1 second. All right. Let's see. This guy does a thing.
Oh, optional powers for my spirit will be guard and search.
What's your spirit's initiative?
That would be 28.
Well, your spirit goes first, but you haven't given any orders yet.
Has no orders.
Yeah, so this guy goes. Then this, you hear a loud like and then screeching from the top of the stairs, and then Throwback.
Okay, Throwback is very, very casually, so like his walk speed continuing down the ramp, and I'm going to throw out a matrix perception, trying to find the pans for those two people. Probably looking for like comm links or anything that might be running wirelessly.
Sure.
That is 7 hits for Matrix Perception.
So I don't have to look it up. Do you have handy what I have to roll to oppose that?
If they are running silently, then you'll have to roll. Otherwise, I just see it because they're within 100 meters of me. Otherwise, yeah, it'd be logic plus sleaze of the device.
Okay.
Yeah, if their device doesn't have a sleaze stat, basically one hit just finds it, unless they're under a umbrella.
Yeah, if their devices are slave to a cyber deck or something else, there's ways to have a sleaze, but usually Joe Schmo's comlink is very susceptible to being found by a decker.
You said you got 7?
7, I can keep 5.
Oh. Do you have to exceed or meet?
Probably exceed, since the defender wins ties.
I can never remember in what cases ties win or lose. Okay, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You notice no icons.
Okay, then I want to spend a free action to send a message to just basically let the team know. Don't underestimate these guys. They're hiding on the Matrix, and that'll be my turn. Just rolling down the ramp in the direction.
Rolling up the ramp.
I'm going up.
Yeah, you're the bar. This bar, the wig, is on an underground level from the street level.
Okay, it's like subfloor. Gotcha. Going up the ramp then.
I guess is Leroy's turn.
Do I see Elf Lady?
No.
Do I have?
There are 2 people running at the top of the stairs. One of them is already up the stairs. Another one is just behind that person and has their hand in their jacket.
Do I have an idea on how far away they are as far as distance?
I mean, they're at the top of a staircase. So what? A couple meters, 5 meters maybe, 7 meters.
Okay. So I'll just send out a quick message. Like, do we actually want to chase these people down? I mean, I'll just kind of hold the rest of my turn to chase them down, if that's the plan here.
Yeah, I've got some questions. Find out.
Well, we're chasing them down.
All right. Then there I go.
All right. You're chasing after him. Just a second. I'm looking at something real fast.
It would be a, hey, we just kind of want to talk kind of yell, but, like they ever listen to that.
So, hey, we just want to talk.
It was totally said with that half-hearted, hey, we just want to talk, knowing that that's not how this is going to turn out.
They never want to talk.
All right. Well, next is Throwback. Roll your willpower plus firewall.
There was an ominous gong sound in the background.
Oh, that's my name. You said willpower plus firewall?
Correct.
I'm going to go ahead and activate full matrix defense. -10. Excuse me, if this is no, I'll just do it. But then if I'm going to activate it, is this an attack action or not? Is what I need to know if I can actually add the dice.
Yes, it is.
Okay. 3 successes.
All right. What happens when you fail an attack? Doesn't that just alert, or you get a mark on them?
If they failed the attack action, however much they failed by, they receive an unresistible matrix damage. And
that's right.
I
and
am
hack
alerted.
on the fly. Hack on the fly is a sleaze action, and sleaze actions where you get a mark on them if they fail, right?
Yeah, if they fail a sleaze action, there's no damage done, but I get a mark instead of them. Any sleaze action gives me a mark instead of them. The attack action, it just tells me I'm under attack, and they get unresisted matrix damage based on the net hits.
All right. Well, you are now informed of the fact that you are under attack. Your cyber deck is under attack.
Roger.
Pillar, what's your edge?
Edge is 2.
And here we go again. What is it next? Reaction?
Yes, mine's 3.
Eric.
Is it intuition next?
Intuition
is there like
is 4.
Is there an
Eric,
acronym
edge,
that I can...
reaction, intuition,
And
charisma.
it's chance. You just roll a die.
Oh, okay. It's Eric. Okay. You go next.
All right. I will just essentially follow Leroy.
Okay. Then 1 second. All right, everybody who's on the stairs there is going to need to roll willpower plus logic.
I gotten there yet?
Yeah, I think you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Is this a spell?
Well, yes.
I'll choose to drop my initiative by 5 to raise spell defense on the party.
Okay. How much do they get?
Assuming it's against one source, everyone is going to get... Oh, where's my rings on here? It looks like I have the group at 5, so everyone gets 5 extra dice on this test.
Nice.
So I gotta hold out my hands and project my will to protect everyone again underneath the bubble.
Throwback doesn't need to roll, is that correct? Or am I close enough to him?
Yeah, throwback needs to.
Okay.
That's 6 hits for payday.
5 for Pillar.
Yeah, I only got 3.
0.
6 for throwback.
Everybody seems to be fine. This is a question I've always had and never bothered to look into the details. If you resist like an illusion spell, are you aware of it, or are you just no?
You can roll
Depends.
force minus spellcasting as a perception check, and the threshold.
That's
is
right, but
that.
you have to deliberately do that, right?
I mean, if it's something with an
Yeah.
obvious effect like Chaotic World, we'd certainly notice that, but...
Yeah, it really depends on what it is, but no, it's just the power of pulling mana near you, so it could be, in my opinion, a passive perception.
Yeah, so if, say, you saw someone and you pierced through their invisibility spell, you wouldn't necessarily know they were invisible.
Right, but Chaotic World is a physical spell, isn't it? Isn't that like the
Chaotic
physical version of
World.
that?
Yeah, it's going to show up on camera with like
Right.
flashing lights and strange sounds.
Right. Okay. Then I get it. That's what I need to know. So Leroy, your senses are suddenly hit with a bunch of just stuff, like loud noises start coming in, light spots in your vision, your things are moving, and you're gonna get -1. So it's not terrible, but -1 to everything from here on out until I say so. Obviously, in order to have been able to throw up the spell defense, Elric, you're aware that something's going on.
Yeah, I was able to see someone who was casting a spell. They would have to be in line of sight.
It's the person at the It's the person at the very top of the steps had turned around and just did something real fast, and
Okay.
now it is 1 second. Okay, who is at the top of the stairs?
I was pretty close to the top of the stairs going after
That's
these guys,
right.
I imagine.
Roll your reaction plus intuition. As the one who's closer to you, towards the bottom of the stairs, pulls out a gun.
I don't like being shot. 3.
Ooh, bullet grazes you, but it's stick and shock, so you're gonna give yourself the electrical effects of that.
What a dick.
Go ahead and Throwback's turn.
Throwback doesn't actually have a turn. I used 10 initiative the first time
That's
around
right,
to
that's
activate
right.
full defense.
Yeah, I don't go till 7.
That means it's Pillar's turn.
Alright, and if I can... Am I in melee range with the one who shot Leroy?
Wait, what was I'm sorry to interrupt. What was your initiative to begin with, Elric?
It was 12, but I dropped it to 7 to throw up spell defense.
Did you not go a first time yet?
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
It
okay.
says it's
I thought everybody went the first time, that's why I took it down.
okay. Then it's actually Elric's turn. I apologize.
And I haven't went either.
Yeah, and Payback goes before I do. Is Pillar gone first pass?
Yes.
Okay, so Payback needs to go and then me.
All right. Payday's going.
Payback. That's why I said Payback, because it's written as Payback in there, not Payday.
It's gonna be payback soon. I'm
It
gonna
wasn't just my own slip.
I'm gonna keep running, and that's when I'm also going to deploy my fly spy.
Okay.
Which I'm essentially is with the -10 going on. I guess technically, I don't know how that works. If even with -10 it goes before the phase that I'm currently on. It went on at 24, so it would be going on 14. This is 13.
Well, I mean, no, it'll go on the next turn. It just is at 14.
Okay.
So now Elric.
All right, Elric is going to trigger the preparation that he whipped up in the bathroom. And that's an increase reflexes spell. That's going to
Adjust
bump my
your.
initiative up a little bit. And then I will use my other simple action to command my fire spirit to assist us in fighting these guys, but try to use non-lethal force unless I say otherwise.
Okay.
So it'll probably go second pass. Materializes. Right. So I'll just modify my initiative here. Goes up by 7, so I'll be at, well...
I guess that means you're at 7 again. So, fortunately that doesn't affect what happened. The guy still shoots, but that means that the fire spirit probably is going to react to that shot.
18 of second pass, he's going to have to materialize to mess with them, unless he sees any astral threats that are obvious.
Well, it sees a sustained spell. Do you think you think it would do something about that?
Just fight a spirit.
Okay.
So if there were spirits, it'd probably deal with that. But otherwise, it's gonna. I gave it orders to take on these guys, so it'll materialize.
Okay.
Up on the stairs, probably near or in front of Leroy. And again, this thing basically appears from like a spot in the air. This strange clockwork cube-like thing sort of grows out of nothing and then starts to expand out with various different unfolding pointy metal bits that form a wireframe of this strange humanoid form that once it's done expanding into its full-size burst into flame.
Terrifying. Does it make transformer noises while it does it?
God, I hope so.
More like clanking and clicking type sounds. So not like more like the sounds of metal knives scraping together, or sudden ting or ting of a metallic clicking sound.
All right. Pillar, would Pillar have reacted differently now that it saw a materialized fire spirit, or is she still in pursuit?
I was in pursuit until I fire on the one that attacked Leroy.
Yeah, the guy shot at Leroy, hit him barely, and then the fire spirit appeared. So, Pillar's up.
Okay. Am I in melee range with the guy who shot at Leroy, or am I still gonna do the pistol?
You're in melee range. You, Leroy, the fire spirit, and this guy are all in very close proximity in this now crowded top of a stairwell.
Sure. Alright. I am going to try to kick the gentleman. Yeah, I'm gonna kick him with my plastic steel boots.
There is a friends in melee, sort of. Not really, but you guys. I mean, it's really close, so I'm gonna say that it kind of is.
Okay.
And he's above you.
He's focusing on Leroy. I'll edge that. I got 7. I keep 7. He gets a -1 for reach, unless he's a troll or something.
Not. It's a human. You got You said you have 7. You keep 7.
I got 7 hits.
All right. You get a 5. What's the base damage? You don't need to know that hits.
My base damage is 8p.
Ugh. Just kicked a hole through this guy. Maybe. Yeah. You kind of just kicked a hole through the guy. So you hit him really hard, I guess. Tell me how exactly do you kick? Describe how Pillar destroys this guy with a single kick.
When I see him pull out a gun and go to and shoot Leroy, I'm just gonna run up and put the heel of my boot straight into his chest and knock him on his ass.
Yeah, we'll say that you hit him really hard, maybe crack some ribs and everything, but the way that he falls and whatnot, he cracks a couple more and hits his head on there's stone steps that you're on too, so and he's down. Give me another what is it, willpower plus firewall there, throwback.
8 successes that time.
Well, you were attacked again to no effect.
Yep, turtle defense, best defense.
Yeah, no kidding.
A couple more of those and we'll have a convergence on our hand.
Oh, it'll get bricked far before it gets converged on, but you'll see the spark, and I'll let you know where they are.
There's a 4/6 spirit, right?
Yes.
All right. Roll 6 dice.
Can I edge on behalf of my spirit here?
Sure, you can. You can't spend the spirit's edge, of course, but sure.
Okay, I managed to equal 3 hits on that.
All right. Well, unsuccessfully, the mage is the one that casted the spell is attempting to attempt to banish your spirit.
That's a dangerous game. Now he's got to deal with 3 drain, or 6 drain.
Yeah.
I've had NPCs kill themselves trying to banish spirit before.
Yeah, it doesn't work out too well.
Yeah, when Kit had got her magic getting up to 7 and started summoning for 7 spirits on a regular basis, well, any regular mage with a magic of 6 that tries to banish them is going to deal with physical drain.
All right, let's see who still has actions. We've got the spirit. The fire spirit does.
Elric goes on 4 of second pass.
Yeah, so Elric, the fire spirit will go first.
Actually, that'll have a third pass action on 8, because its second pass action is just to show up physically.
And that was second pass we just did.
Yeah, and Payday's on 3.
Okay, so fire spirit is going to be up.
Not till third pass.
But we just finished second pass.
I didn't go, and I don't think Payday did.
All right, I just confused myself. That's all. Okay,
Sorry,
Elric.
my initiative jumped around a little bit, and it's not correct on the chart.
Yeah, I didn't hear what it got boosted up to.
It's a 14, so I'm going on 4 second pass. So I activated a preparation. So can I see the other person who was going to?
Are you talking about the one who tried to banish your spirit?
Well, there were 2 people, right?
Yeah, one of them got a death kick in the chest and is falling down the stairs now.
Okay. Elric yells out, "Hey, try not to kill the other one!"
All right, it is.
And I'm going to fling up a physical barrier spell that'll be right behind him.
Okay.
I'll make it force. How big is this corridor or space?
It's not very big. It barely could have 2 people pass each other. It's tight fit.
All right, I'll just go with the force 3, and I'll use reagents to give me a potential of 6 hits.
Okay.
I got 4 hits. So that's going to be a physical barrier right behind the guy. Might slow down any attempt of escape he might have left to him.
Payday, you're up.
Okay, so is physical barrier? You can see that, right?
Yeah, there's a shimmering field.
Okay, so Payday curses as the fly spy can't make it through now.
Nuts.
I'm going to get the GMC Phoenix online. I want that thing. I want that car that screeched up out front followed. So I will be remote control piloting it.
Okay. Now you probably roll your edge pool. Tell me how many hits you get. Because there's no parking lot. This is downtown, and you would have had to park on the street somewhere. We'll see how far away you are.
1 hit.
All right. Your thing is about 2 blocks away.
Sounds good.
But it's on this street, so you might still get lucky. Anybody left to go but the fire spirit?
When the fire spirit goes, it's going to use confusion power on the remaining guy.
Okay.
It's got to resist with willpower plus logic, and my spirit got 6 hits. And of course, any net hits would be a dice pool penalty as long as the spirit sustains it.
Okay. Noted. Now initiative.
My spirit goes on 24. I go on 13.
Payday goes on 11.
There you go.
All right. Spirit's up.
Let's see, it's going to go ahead and try to do the accident power on the guy then. Scoring 5 hits. I think that means if I get any net hits, he's got a glitch on his next test. And I think if I get enough net hits, he'll get a critical glitch. But I don't remember the exact wording or what he resists with.
4. If you get 4 net hits, it's a critical glitch.
Yeah, how many hits did you get?
I got 5.
Okay. All right. So, I will tell you what happens when it happens. It's Leroy's turn.
Just the guy that tried to shoot me up?
The guy who electrified you is now bloody and sliding down the stairs.
Okay. Does the other guy seem like he is armed, or is he just kind of...
He does not look armed.
Does he...
He is the one... Yeah, he's not armed. You still have a -1 you're taking into account, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you said you wanted to take him alive, so let's give him some hugs. I think
You using your favorite
yeah,
hand-to-hand ability?
I'd have taken his gun from him if he had one, but he doesn't.
It's a signature move.
It's super strong. It's 6.
Well, you've clinched him.
Yeah, Elric yells back from behind, "Yeah, get him in the clinch!" And I make some sort of motion as if I'm doing the same kind of thing.
Once you've got him, you're not going to feel the confusion anymore. And he's going to yell, "Ah, frag!" And he kind of like gives up.
I'll just be good. I'm not gonna let go of him because frag this guy, but we're gonna ask him some very unpleasant questions.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. The show would not be possible without the generous support of our patrons over at Patreon. If you like the show and you want to help support it, then head on over to patreon.com/complexaction. Supporting can get you access to GM notes and even the ability to vote in the direction that the story will take. We've just added a new reward which will put you into a drawing to join us on the cast party episodes. In fact, we've already selected the winner for our first guest spot on our January 2nd episode of the Complex Action Actual Play Cast Party, and that is James O'Neill. So congratulations, we're excited to have him on the show with us. If you'd like to have a chance to join us, then just head on over to patreon.com/complexaction to get the details and help out. There were several NPCs and organizations which were provided by patrons of Complex Action, and in this episode those were Z-Trip and his Technomancer tribe Neon Discord, both provided by Justin Fenton. The character art seen on our YouTube page and various social media places was done by Ethan Brewerton. Check out his awesome Shadowrun artwork at esbrewerton.tumblr.com. The background music in this episode is brought to you by Prism Shard. To hear more of his Shadowrun-inspired music, head on over to soundcloud.com/prism-shard and give him some love. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to Complex Action to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its websites, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Complex Action in any official capacity whatsoever.